तेलंगाना प्रदेश सरकार में उप मुख्यमंत्री श्री महमूद अली जी, संगठन का अध्यक्ष डॉक्टर के.एल. गुप्ता जी, डॉक्टर के. मनोहर जी, डायरेक्टर निम्स डॉक्टर मनीष राठी जी, डॉक्टर गोपाल कृष्ण जी, डॉक्टर डी. श्रीभूषण राजू, डॉक्टर गंगाधर ताडूरी, डॉक्टर संदीप गुलेरिया, प्रेसिडेंट इलेक्ट, और देश भर से और कुछ फॉरेन कंट्रीज से भी आए हुए प्रतिनिधि बंधु, बहनों और भाइयों, मुझे सचमुच में बहुत आनंद हो रहा है आज आपका इस अधिवेशन में आके आप लोगों से मिलके मन में बहुत आनंद हो रहा है। I am pleased to participate in the inaugural ceremony of the 29th Conference of Indian Society of Organ Transplantation in this historic city of Hyderabad. Hyderabad is a city of happening. It is fast becoming one of the fastest developing city as well as getting international attraction. I am very happy that you are holding your conference here in this historic city of Hyderabad. As you are all aware, strong foundations in the health and education sector are vital for the progress of any nation. Medicine is a noble profession and service is at the core of the vocation. Medicine is a very pious, noble profession. I call it as a mission and not for commission. Nobody should do any omission or give any remission to the duty. That's such a noble mission, and I hope all the people who are practicing in this profession, they keep that in mind, that they are serving a noble cause. Because according to Indian philosophy, we always treat doctor next to God. That is the importance people give to the doctors in the medical profession. In India, a doctor is revered and treated like a demigod. As professionals, we must always treat patients with empathy, not mere sympathy, and provide them the much-needed human touch. Unfortunately, due to present-day fast-paced lifestyles, doctors are not spending as much time as needed with each patient. This is the feeling of the common people. I am trying to bring it to your notice. This should change, and doctors must spend more time with each patient like the family physician used to do it in the past. While healthcare has been accorded utmost priority by successive governments since independence, the challenges on this front continue to be daunting and formidable. The major challenge include low public spend, low doctor-patient ratio, low patient bed ratio, dearth of medical colleges and trained doctors, inadequate infrastructure in rural areas, lack of penetration of health insurance, and inadequate disease surveillance and preventive mechanism. They are the major challenges on the healthcare in India. I am happy that the Prime Minister announced that they plan to set up one medical college for each district, and also he has come up with a number of health-related schemes. We need a multi-pronged action to overcome the challenges in the health sector. The efforts of the government need to be supported by the private sector, voluntary organizations, and even individual medical specialists. India is spending for less than the developed nations on healthcare goods and services. While the developed nations spend 18% of their GDP, India is spending only a mere 4.2%. This must be increased by the central government, by the state government. In regard to the number of physicians available per 10,000 people, their number is grossly inadequate in India when compared to developed countries. While the number of physicians available is 20 for 10,000 in developed countries, it is only 6 in India. The country needs 10.5 lakh doctors, while we have only 6.5 lakh doctors as of now. As against the World Health Organization norm of 1 doctor for 1,000, there is only 1 doctor for 1,700 population in our country. In order to reach this target, A high-level committee of erstwhile Planning Commission, now Niti Aayog, has recommended the setting up of 187 more medical colleges by 2023. I am sure the union government and the state government will address this issue on a war footing and increase budgetary allocations for the health sector. While we have done fairly well in controlling communicable diseases, the burden of non-communicable diseases is increasing and posing a major challenge to the healthcare planners and professionals. Sedentary lifestyles, consumption of junk food, use of alcohol and tobacco excessively are among the causes for increase in the NCD in this country. This trend has to be reversed and people must be made aware of leading healthy lifestyles by taking balanced diet and taking part in physical activities including yoga. This is the need of the hour because our lifestyle has undergone a change. Everything is becoming mechanical. There is no physical activity at all. Even in the school, in colleges also, sports have gone to the background. Earlier, the sports class used to be compulsory. Sports class, PT, physical training. Secondly, gardenery work. Thirdly, craft training. And fourthly, moral science used to be compulsory. Now science remains, morals have gone. That's a problem we should all ponder over because morals are very important to lead a healthy life. And secondly, physical activity is also very much needed. The yoga is one of the great old Indian art. I am very happy that it is attracting international attention thanks to the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Bhai Modi. Once he has proposed in United Nations, 172 countries are practicing yoga. My friends, for information, recently I have been to Latin American countries and also European countries. Everywhere I could find boards here and there, yoga centers. So the world is evincing interest. In our country also, we must all see to it that everybody does minimum yoga. Yoga has no religion. It has nothing to do with any religion or race or sex. Yoga is an art. It's an exercise of mind and body. So one has to really spare some time for that particular purpose. Yoga has no religion. Some people unnecessarily raise doubts. And some people told me, sir, doing yoga, there is a problem. I said, what? No, if you have to do yoga, Surya Namaskara. मुझे आपत्ति है सूर्य नमस्कार करने में. मैंने कहा सूर्य नमस्कार करने में आपत्ति है तो चंद्र नमस्कार करो, ऐसा कहा मैंने उनको. If you have any problem with regard to Surya Namaskara, then do Chandra Namaskar. This is an exercise. This has to be understood. Doctors also should educate the people for the need to have physical activity. Life, as I told you, has become mechanical. You get up earlier, we used to walk half a kilometer to go to toilet. Now toilet has come home. Okay, no problem, welcome. We must encourage that. Earlier we used to bend to take water. Now water is coming on you. Earlier you used to sit down and eat food. Now you have a dining table. Earlier you have to go and also wash your hand. Now you have a finger bowl. Earlier you have to go out to make a telephone call. Phone has come to you and now it has come to your mouth and ear. Earlier to open the door you have to go out and open the door. Now the door is opening automatically because of remote. So everything is remote. Literally there is no physical activity. That's why all these problems are coming. And the second reason is the junk food which we are eating. Indian food is time tested. Indian food is season oriented. Our elders, because of thousands of years of civilization, they have tested it and then diagnosed and prescribed to us what is the good food for what season. So people should be advised to go back to their old lifestyle and as well as do physical activity and also take care of the food that we eat and avoid junk food, fast food, frozen food. This is very much necessary. I advise the medical community use their influence, guide the patients to take care of their health instead of taking care afterwards. First we have to be guiding them for preventive care. Doctors should write articles, should give interviews, should talk to journals and also on radio to educate the people. Some of the doctors are doing it. I am very happy. Nowadays, newspapers also are devoting some time with regard to advice of the doctors. Some of the organizations also are taking social activity of educating the people. Some of the doctors also is taking initiative. I'm very happy about it. The Global Burden of Disease, GBD, 2016 data shows that NCDs and injuries are the main cause of death among people of all age groups in India, non-communicable diseases. In view of the low penetration of medical health insurance and an estimate of 62.58% of the people meeting medical and hospitalization expense on their own, the union government, I'm happy, has launched Ayushman Bharat to provide financial protection to 10 crore 74 lakh people in the rural areas by offering a benefit of rupees 5 lakh per family over a year. This is a very positive, progressive step taken by the government, and we should all make it popular. It covers almost all secondary and most of the tertiary care expenses. This is expected to provide a fillip to India's goal of achieving universal health coverage. Side by side, we must also encourage people to go for insurance. I am not canvassing for insurance companies, but that will be a protection. In the Western countries, you have insurance coverage almost 10%. That's why they are able to face the challenges as and when it occurs. In India, the insurance penetration is very less. So we have to focus and educate the people to go for insurance cover also. It is also unfortunate that even after 71 years of independence, our villages lack adequate healthcare facilities in spite of the best efforts by centre and various state governments. We cannot allow this kind of lopsided development of the country. Has to make rapid progress. You have to focus more on rural health. That's why I have suggested to the government, the Medical Council of India, and all the concerned, they must all recommend to see to it that in the coming days, any doctor who is due for first promotion in his service must also serve in the rural areas for a minimum period of 2 to 3 years. Then only he must be eligible for promotion. Unless you do it, you will be doing injustice to the rural areas. 60% of the people even today live in the rural areas. I have experience of it. I was Minister for Rural Development earlier. Later I became Minister for Urban Development also. I know both rural life and urban life. That being the case, we have to show preference to the rural areas because they are unorganized, they don't have infrastructure, they don't have the needed economic support as they simply depend on agriculture. Keeping that in mind, we have to focus little extra in the rural areas. If the country has to make rapid progress, you need to develop both urban and as well as rural areas. The absence of healthcare facilities in rural area is one of the contributing factors for the migration of the people to cities. Education, employment, entertainment, economic upliftment, enhanced medical facilities are driving people from the rural area to urban area. So keeping that in mind, the healthcare must also focus on the rural areas. Sisters and brothers, organ donation is one of the noblest causes today. With the development of science and advanced technology, the field of organ transplantation has increased exponentially world over and also in India. With the increasing number of end organ failures of kidney, liver, heart, lung and pancreas, the demand for organs too has been rising tremendously. Although there is a huge requirement for donated organs in the country, only a minuscule number are getting them. Of the 85,000 liver failure patients on the waiting list annually, less than 3% get the organ. Similarly, with the 2 lakh kidney failures patients registered for organ transplantation, only 8,000 get kidney, and barely 1% get heart, lung amongst the thousands of wait list. That is the reality. But we must educate the people. There is a leap in cadaveric organ donations over the last 4 or 5 years. Yet the demand supply remains hugely unmet with. This is because of low rates of organ donation in India at 0.8% million population. When smaller countries like Spain and Croatia are performing at 36 million population and 32 million population respectively, we are very low at 0.8. The significant gap in increasing end organ failures and the organ donation is because of cultural beliefs, traditions and ritual practices. Some. Sisters and brothers, please remember that India's core philosophy is share and care. Share and care. And we need to step up the campaign for organs donation in a big way. We have to educate the people. India is known for unity in diversity and altruism in all the cultures, and we need to increase the donation rates to meet the demand of organs for organ transplantation. I am told that factors such as lack of awareness, infrastructure, technical expertise, legal and police formalities, and the need to use immune suppression drugs for lifelong are among the reasons for low rate of organ donation in India. All these things has to be taken care by all the stakeholders, including government, private, and the people. There should be greater focus on increasing brain death declaration in a legal and ethical way, strengthening the infrastructure in all hospitals for the organ retrieval and transplantation, protective laws, and free follow-up medicines. You can live after you die. You can still live by donating an organ. You can still live. This has to be made to understand by the people. This is very important. To increase the donor pool, Transplantation Society and the government should work together, increasing donations after cardiac death, which is not frequent in India. Promoting autism-related donations, legalizing the donor card and overcoming traditional beliefs by creating more public awareness. Prevention is better than cure. Many end-stage diseases can be prevented by the lifestyle modifications. I am aware that Tamil Nadu runs one of the most successful cadaver transplant programs in India. Other states such as Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Maharashtra, and Rajasthan also have shown significant improvement. There is scope in every state, provided if the state and also the bodies of doctors and other organizations, if they take interest, we can really create much more awareness among the people. I'm happy to know that few state governments have brought all the organ transplantation and post-surgery follow-up medicines under the health insurance scheme and are providing completely cashless medical services to the poor and needy. Various initiatives of Government of India such as Swachh Bharat and yoga will help to prevent the diseases. The exclusive Department of Ayush was created by the Minister of Health to increase the focus on traditional health systems, which will be complementary to the allopathic systems to preventive and curative health care. Homeopathy, Unani, and Ayush, all these things has to be encouraged. The wellness centers launched across India by the Government of India will help to detect the diseases early, offer early treatment so that the disease will not result in the end-stage failure. The Make in India program should promote manufacturing medicines and devices in India at an affordable price. That is the need of the hour. I would like all the doctors and other health care delivery providers to focus on the preventive care and make transplantation an affordable therapy for all the needy people. This is what is required. According to WHO, 9.8 million people die every year due to hypertension-related complications. Hypertension is considered a silent killer, producing heart disease, kidney failure, and strokes. About 35% of the world population above age of 25% suffer from hypertension. One of the important strategies to lower hypertension in the population and its complications is reducing salt intake. We have to educate the people on that also. The average intake is from 10 to 15 grams in a day in Indian diet. WHO recommends only 5 grams per day. This has to be taken note. That is all. Try to reduce the salt intake and spread also the message among the people. This is need to be done by all the doctors and all the magazines and all the educators, institutions. They should all educate the people about the same. One, need for lifestyle change. Second, avoid junk food. Third, doing some yoga and some spiritual practice of whatever you believe in, whichever religion it is, and follow ethical and moral values that will take care of half of the problems. If you have tension in mind, you cannot have attention. So reducing the tension, yoga is one way forward. This has to be remembered by all. I would like to conclude by saying Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Vadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kashid Dukha Bhag Bhavet, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. That means, Om, may all become happy. May all be free from illness. May all see what is auspicious. May no one suffer. Then you may say, sir, if no one suffers, nobody will come to us. Aisa nahi hai. Aisa nahi hai. You are there to cure. You will also be very happy if the number is reduced and you can pay better attention also and take better care of the people. So my dear friends, once again, I convey my best wishes to all of you who have assembled here from various parts of the country. These sorts of conferences are very useful. I am told simultaneously they are going to have 7 parallel sessions. In these sessions, you always discuss and also exchange of ideas, best practices. We can learn from others' experience because world is becoming small now. We are living in an era of LPG, liberalization, privatization, globalization. The entire globe is small village. So what is happening in America is known here, in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana shortly. What is happening here will be known there. So information is available. Information with confirmation is more than an ammunition. So information with confirmation, you can get it through your experience and exchange of ideas. This is a good thing. And friends, we have come from outside. India is on the move. India is rising. India intellect is very high. And if provided opportunities are there, Indian people, they can show their mettle. You see in America, doctors of Indian origin, how they are excelling there. Even people who are in the IT sector, how they are excelling. You have a number of examples also. Because it is fertile land and fertile brains. What they require is little more upgradation and also continuous learning. And secondly, India also is economically growing stronger. With all the reforms of the Prime Minister gave a 3-line advice to all. He said, reform, perform and transform. Transform the nation, transformation, for better living conditions. That is the purpose of the transformation. So all transformations, whether it is GST, whether it is war on black money, whether it is trying to improve the system, ease of doing business, or ease of approvals, foreign direct investment, everything is aimed at increasing the level of happiness of the people and making them more comfort by focusing more on infrastructure, creating more and more facilities. The World Bank, the World Economic Forum, the Asian Development Bank, and also the International Monetary Fund, everybody is saying if India maintains this tempo, in the coming few years, India will become 3rd largest economy in the world. That is the uniform recommendation of all. And even the Moody ratings also is confirming the same. Not Modi ratings, I am talking the Moody ratings, International Rating Agency. All these things indicate that we have a bright future ahead. And if you have a bright future, you must convert the nation into a healthy nation. A healthy nation can become a wealthy nation. But it cannot happen vice versa. Wealthy nation is no guarantee to become a healthy nation. Even if you have wealth, you must have so much money. You can't eat polarity sweet in Hyderabad. Or you can't eat Hyderabad dum biryani because of other diseases. So you have to take care of health. Health should be given top priority. People has to be educated and governments also has to give topmost priority. In Telugu also there is a saying, Arogyame Mahabhagyam. Health is wealth. Keeping that in mind, that all of us work together to focus more and more on taking care of our health. And these exercises or ideas I have given is only to improve your body. Yoga also to improve your body. It is for your body, not for Modi. Keep that in mind and encourage yoga. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.